Welcome back to another episode of Ask Darren. In case you didn't know, I'm Darren and I'm drinking my coffee. I'm here in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. How do you ask to work remotely permanently? I think the biggest mistake that people make when they are reaching out to their employer to work from home permanently is that they think about it from their perspective. They think about what are the benefits for them rather than their employer. And that's my first piece of advice. Think of it from the perspective of your boss, your manager, the company as a whole, because that's really going to increase your chances of your application being successful. Take some time to think about what benefits it would have for the company for you to work from home. Are you finding that you are being more productive, so you are getting through more work because you don't have the distractions that you would have in a work office scenario? Obviously, when you are working in the office, it is very easy for people to invite you into meetings where when it's done online, you will find that you have more time to get the actual work done. And if that benefits your clients or customers, then that is going to be a big positive bonus for your employer. Before communicating with your employer, there are a few questions that you need to ask yourself. What will your work routine look like and how does that fit within the business and deadlines and priorities? How will you deal with the communication of liaising with colleagues and teams and customers? Also, how will you attend meetings? So it's all something that you need to think about. What is your role and what impact is it going to have on the business if you are working from home when everybody else is working in the office? I think once you've really thought about your role and the impact it's going to have for the company of you working from home, the next step is to have a quiet word with your colleagues. Find out from them if they have any concerns, any issues that you feel you might need to include when you are speaking with your employer. I think the next task is super important, and that is, what would your employer see as the challenges of you working from home? If you can think of all of the excuses that they are going to give of why you can't work from home permanently, and you have solutions for all of those excuses, issues, then that is going to really help you with your application. If they're just reeling off a long list of problems of you working from home and you come back and say, well, I've got a solution for all of these problems, that is going to help you. So once you've gathered all of the potential problems, you've spoken with colleagues, you've thought about what issues your employer might have, the next step is to send an email or a calendar invite for a meeting with your manager, direct manager, and just talk through why you want to work from home, why you feel it would benefit the company for you to be able to do that. And once you've set that meeting up, you will then be informed of what the process is. You will obviously have to do some type of business case of why you working from home is beneficial to the company. So definitely think about that. Maybe start creating a document that you can give to your direct line manager, who can then feed that up to whoever is going to make the final decision. What I would also say to you to increase the chances of you being successful is having some flexibility. Maybe not necessarily working from home every single day of the week, just working from home Monday or Tuesday or Friday. Maybe you'll go into the office once a week for any meetings. Really try to be as flexible as you can when you are speaking with your employer about your want to work remotely permanently. My bonus tip at the end is choosing the time and day wisely when you are setting up a meeting with your manager to discuss that you want to work from home permanently. Because if they're in the middle of a deadline, working on a project, they're just not going to give you the time that you need to go through why you feel working from home should benefit the business. If you know there's a certain day of the week, say Wednesday, when they are much quieter and there's not as much work going on, then choose that day. You will know when your line manager is the most busiest, so just choose that date and time wisely. Around on the screen here, I've left a link to a video, which was episode 1 of Ask Darren, and that is what is the best remote job. So please do go and check that out if it interests you. Down in the comments, please do leave your questions. I love your questions. And also, don't forget to sign up to my free weekly email. I'll also leave a link to that down in the description as well. Until next week, take care, keep safe, and keep being an action taker. See you soon.